If you took away my entire beauty collection and told me I could only keep 10 products, these are the products I would choose. Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the 10 products that I would choose if I was told I could only keep 10 products out of my entire collection. This was definitely a challenge, but I thought this would be a fun video to film. I changed my list so many times. I thought I had a solid list, but then kept thinking of other products. I feel like at first I had mostly just favorite products, but then I tried to think a little more logically and thought about what products I actually need, what I consider necessities, what products I would notice if I didn't have in my routine, and just what products I feel like I reach for the most and would be sad if I didn't have anymore. So yeah, this was a very fun video to prepare for, but I think I have a pretty solid list here. So I'm not just doing makeup today. I have fragrance, body care, hair care, skincare, and makeup. So I have quite a few categories. So just a few products in each category. So I'm going to start off with fragrance. I have my two top fragrances here. Yes, these are very similar fragrances, but I honestly could not decide between the two. So I have Strawberry Jam from the Seven Virtues and Bougie Marshmallow from Kaylee. Like I said, yes, they're very similar, but to me, they are different and they wear very different. And I definitely reach for both of these equally. Like I switch between the two constantly. The one I've been wearing more often recently, just because it is a newer one, is the Strawberry Jam. I love this. This one to me is more fruity, a little bit more tart, like more like true fresh strawberry. Still has creaminess, vanilla, sweet notes, but definitely smells like true strawberry to me. And this one I find to be really, really long lasting as well. I love this one. Pairs beautifully with other fragrances, but also beautifully alone. But the Bougie Marshmallow one to me definitely smells a lot softer. You have your marshmallow in here, which I feel like softens it a little bit, makes it smell a little bit more like feminine and cozy, but then you have that hint of strawberry. So honestly, these pair really nicely together. You get more of the creaminess from this one, more of the strawberry fresh fruitiness from this one. So I could wear these together. I can wear them separate. I love them both equally. I could not decide. So it was hard to choose between the two, but I love them both for different reasons. And I couldn't imagine not having either of these in my fragrance collection. Then to go with that, I feel like this product goes perfectly and again is one I reach for pretty much every single day. This is the EOS body lotion. I have the scent here, Strawberry Dream. If I could, I would keep all of the scents that I have. I have vanilla, I have the coconut one, a few of the limited edition ones, but if I could only choose one scent, it definitely would be this one. I feel like this pairs perfectly with my fragrances. I'm gonna smell like a sweet treat the entire day. This is my favorite body lotion to use in the daytime. I absolutely love the scent. It's super hydrating as well, so I feel like it would keep my skin nice and hydrated, and then I'd be smelling delicious as well. So if I could only choose one body lotion, it would be this one because it ticks all the boxes for me. It smells great and it leaves me feeling nice and hydrated and nourished. So yeah, this is definitely my number one. I feel like most of these products you've definitely heard me talk about a million times. Like they are definitely my favorites, but they're just also products that I feel like I would be sad if I didn't have in my collection anymore. And then I have one hair care product here. This is the Bumble and Bumble B6 Hairdressers Invisible Oil Heat UV Protective Primer. This is my number one hair product. I've been using this for years. I always come back to it. I just purchased the bigger size as I feel like I go through it really fast. So I figured I may as well get the bigger size. But this ticks all the boxes for me. It hydrates my hair. It helps with frizz. It detangles. It protects from heat, protects from both UV and thermal heat. Like it does everything I need in my hair routine. And I definitely notice a difference with my hair when I don't use this product. When I've tried any other leave-in conditioners or, like post-wash products, I always notice a difference with my hair. It never feels as soft, as hydrated, as like free of frizz. Like this is my number one hair product. So obviously had to include this one. Okay, then for skincare, I have 3 skincare products, 3 makeup products. So for skincare, I did have different products, but I tried to, again, think more realistically, more logical about products that I actually feel like I need in my routine, like necessities, products that I feel like are important in a routine. So first I have what I think is one of the most important skincare products is a sunscreen. And if I could only choose one sunscreen, it would be this one from Ultraviolet. It's their Fave Fluid SPF 50. I love this sunscreen. I have been using it for years. Again, it's one of those products I always go back to. It's very lightweight. It feels just like a milky toner, but it feels really nice and hydrating. It is like a lotion, so you do get nice hydration from it. This could be paired as a daytime moisturizer as well because it is so hydrating. So you kind of get 2 in 1 with this product, but it works beautifully under makeup as well. It doesn't sting the eyes. It is a chemical sunscreen. sunscreen, but it does not sting my eyes at all. Like I put it right around the eyes, no stinging whatsoever. So this one, again, ticks all the boxes for me. And SPF is definitely a necessity in skincare. So this would definitely be coming with me. And then another must I feel like is a cleanser. So I'm going to be wearing a little bit of makeup. I'm going to have SPF on. So I do want to make sure I'm still cleansing my skin. So I did pick a cleanser that I feel like can be used both morning, both night. It does a really good job at removing makeup, SPF, everything on the skin, but it doesn't strip the skin or leave the skin feeling tight or irritated. So this is the Bioma Foaming Rice Deep Cleanser. I love this. I've been using this one for a while now, and it is definitely my favorite cleanser. It's also really affordable. So if this was the only cleanser I could purchase for the rest of my life, it's not breaking the bank. It's super affordable, but it deep cleanses the skin. It gets everything off the skin. It really like clears out my skin. So when I'm using this, I feel like I'm getting such a deep cleanse, but it's not making my skin feel tight, irritated, dry. It honestly almost has like a milky, hydrated texture, if that makes sense, but it does foam up really nicely and gives you like the deepest cleanse. So yeah, this one is definitely a must. And then the last skincare product is from First Aid Beauty. This has been one of my favorite moisturizers for years now. It's their Ultra Repair Cream. I use this one on both the body and the face. So that's why I feel like this would definitely be a must for me because it is versatile. It's non-fragrance. So sometimes I get sensitive skin on my body. So I use it in those areas, especially on my legs. But this works beautifully on my face as well. I love it for a nighttime cream. It's so hydrating, but it doesn't feel heavy. It's like a really nice whipped texture. So it just melts into the skin, but my face feels so hydrated when I use this. So I feel like I get a lot of benefits from this. Not only is it hydrating the skin, you get some barrier support. It strengthens your skin. It nourishes the skin, hydrates the skin. So this would definitely be coming with me. And then I have my 3 makeup products. So this was a little bit trickier, but I kind of based it off what I honestly like on the days where I'm not doing a full face of makeup. I was like, what products do I use? So these are those 3 products. I'm someone who usually will have something on my face if I'm leaving my apartment. And usually if it's not a full face of makeup, I will throw on a skin tint. So I have the Sephora collection Reveal the Real Soft Radiant Skin Tint. I've raved about this one for so long. I feel like it's like the most underrated skin tint, but it is my number one. And the reason I picked this one is because you can throw this on the face and not put anything else on. You don't need to set it. It does not crease. As someone that does get fine lines, it does not crease at all. And I don't even set it with powder. I put nothing else on it and it stays in place. It's really easy to touch up throughout the day. It doesn't get patchy or cakey or anything. I can just literally put it on top of what I already have on my face and it just kind of resets it, makes it look smoother, a little bit more coverage again. So I love it. If I could only choose one base complexion product, it would be this because yeah, like I said, I'm someone who usually puts something on my face when I'm leaving my apartment and usually it will, whoops. And usually it will be this if I'm not doing a full face of makeup. So yeah, this is my number one necessity. I feel like I'll always want this in my makeup collection. And then I feel like a must is also mascara. So again, if I'm leaving the house, I don't want to do a full face of makeup. I usually will throw on my skin tint, a little bit of mascara, and this is my number one mascara. I love all of the Maybelline mascaras, but this is the one that I've just been reaching for a lot more recently. It's the Lash Sensational Full Fan Effect. I love this one. I love the brush of this one. It's my favorite thing about it. You get a really nice, literally a fan effect on the lashes. This spreads them really nicely. So this has been my current favorite one. I also like the Rocket Volume Express one, although that one's a little bit harder to find these days. But this one is like at any drugstore, so super easy to find. It also comes in different colors as well. The one I get is, I think it's called Brownish Black, I believe, but they have brown, they have darkest black. There's like lots of different types, but I do like it to be slightly a little bit brown. Anyways, I feel like this is a necessity because adding mascara to a bare face even, I feel like just adds a little bit of something without having to do a full face of makeup. So I feel like mascara should always be a necessity. Like if I'm doing just a very easy, simple look, skin tint, mascara, maybe something on the lips, maybe like combs for my brows. So yeah, I feel like mascara adds a lot without being too much. And then the last product, of course, is a lip product. Like I said, if I'm just doing a very easy look, it's going to be skin tint, mascara, and then definitely something on the lips. So I have here the Rhode Peptide Lip Tints. These would definitely be my top pick. These have been my favorite recently. What I love about these is you can wear them on top of makeup. They look really nice as a makeup product, a little bit of a tint, but they also work really nicely by themselves as well. And they're super hydrating. One of the most hydrating lip products that I do have And this is one of the only products that I've noticed on my lips. It doesn't go like, you know how some lip balms, like you're putting on top of other lip products, or even sometimes by itself, I get kind of that like flaky sort of look, or like, I don't know, it just looks a little bit crusty. I don't know if anyone else gets that, but this is the only lip balm that I don't get that with. Like, it looks so smooth all day, even after I've eaten. There's a little bit on the lips. It doesn't look like crusty or like gross, and they just feel so smooth and hydrating. Like, I could use these as a makeup product, and I could also use these as my nighttime lip balm. I feel like they're hydrating enough for that. And of course, I would keep the scented ones. I'm someone who loves a scented lip product, so I do have some of the unscented ones, but I would definitely be keeping the scented ones. The two I have here are Ribbon and Toast. I couldn't find my Jelly Bean, which is weird because I feel like I wear that one the most. So if I could only choose one lip product, it definitely would be these ones. Don't make me choose the scent, because I have a few of the scents and I love them all equally. So don't make me choose a scent. But if I had to choose a category or just one product, it would be the Rhode Lip Peptide Tints. Okay, guys, so those are the 10 products I would choose if I could only choose 10. I think this is a pretty solid list. I have a good mix of things here. I'd love to hear what some of your top products would be if you could only choose 10. So leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you guys. But as always, thank you so much for being here and watching this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!